With manufacturing accounting for 11% of the country's economy, the state of New York has lost more than 100 jobs in the past 6 years. However, advanced and high-tech manufacturing are said to be thriving. U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand was in Olean today at CUTCO Corporation to unveil her manufacturing agenda. Cable 8's Katie Cummings has the details.
CUTCO Corporation has been producing knives and utensil sets in the Olean area for almost 10 years now. It's also a major employer in the region with close to 800 workers. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand announces her plan to keep manufacturing thriving. The first includes Made in America grants, which would establish a competitive grant program for small to medium-sized manufacturers in communities with high unemployment.
And it's to help enhance the work already being done in a manufacturer. So things like retooling operations, retraining workforce for more advanced manufacturing. It also would be able to retool and retrofit equipment facilities and diversify business plans. It also allows them to become more energy efficient.
The second aspect of the program includes expanding the manufacturing tax credit as Gillibrand works to pass the Security in Energy and Manufacturing, or SEAM Act.
Right now, there's a program that gives anything in advanced energy manufacturing a 30% tax credit. We want to extend that tax credit, but we also want to provide grants because for a new business, they're not necessarily going to have the revenues that allow a tax credit to be useful.
The third part would encourage private investment in manufacturing to provide a 39% tax credit for community development entities. It is currently extended on a year-to-year basis, making it difficult to leverage additional investment. CUTCO company officials say a problem to address is cutting through the red tape.
We've got a lot of resources to try to help us, but if you're a 10, 15, 20-person business, it's very difficult to make sure that you know all the regulations and you're following them all. You don't stub your toe because next thing you're in a lot of trouble. You're spending a lot of money trying to protect yourself or get yourself out of trouble. And you're not spending the money on how to buy jobs. That's not making jobs.
Yeah.
Just as the sign at CUTCO boasts Made in America, this program looks to reward companies that keep manufacturing jobs in the United States, particularly Western New York.
There's that pride in Made in America that I think is so important to allow us to continue to produce better products and to continue to be able to provide a growing economy for our families.
Gillibrand stresses that the best way to improve policies is for Congress to act in a bipartisan manner. She also adds that the grants application in the program will be simple and readily available to manufacturers. In Olean, Katie Cummings, Time Warner, Cable 8 News.
All right, thanks, Katie. Gillibrand also in Westfield to speak with the Western New York farmers as part of her listening tour to discuss the 2012 Farm Bill. Some voiced concern over the price of dairy, as well as immigration issues with agriculture workers. The issue of renewable energy also came up. Gillibrand says she's working on a 30% tax credit for farmers that use the process.
Personally, I'd like to see those tax credits be permanent because if you really want long-term investment in natural gas, for example, to be available at every filling station and to be available as an alternative, then you're going to need a commitment by the federal government that you're going to make that these renewable sources and these new technologies will be supported for the long term.
Gillibrand is also shifting her focus in the Farm Bill to access to financing, new market opportunities, and assistance for specialty crops. The state's ag industry generates nearly $4.5 billion for the state's economy.